Right, well, we're back again for another week of the podcasting, and I must say I'm looking out the window of the rugby club and it is really horrible out there. It is miserable. So we will brighten up your day by introducing tonight our singer, who is Carole, and Carole sings in the second ops. So hello, Carole.
Hello, Heather.
I've got my voice on tonight. So I have known Carole for a long time, Carole. So I wonder...
30 years.
30 years. So, my goodness. So I wonder, can you tell everybody, first of all, your family background, and then a little bit about your musical background from school forward?
Right. I'm from Island McGee in the country, and two sisters. We were all really musical. Like growing up in our house, the Sound of Music was just on the TV constantly. That was the movie, and then when we moved past that to Grease, that was the next big thing. We used to make up dance routines constantly, sing constantly. Music's in the family. My auntie is a choir mistress, and my granda played the organ in St Anne's Cathedral and took the choir boys there, as did his dad before him. So music is in my blood. Always loved it, and yeah, I mean my sisters love it too, but not quite as much as me.
Yeah, they don't do as much. They don't do music outside of their lives.
Yeah, they didn't.
But you always have.
Yeah, I always have.
So tell everybody just what your experiences within music yourself are. Were you in school choirs? Did you do shows? I know a little bit about your life with shows, but I don't know it all. So
yeah, so started off in school, primary school, doing the school plays and things, and then in church, singing in choir in church. And I was like myself, and there was a young man in it as well, and we were like the two youngest by far, and it was all old ladies and the two of us. So did that for years, and then we moved. Mum and Dad got divorced. We moved to Jordanstown, and I went to a different school, and I did the plays in that school and stuff and sang a lot. But then when I moved to my next school, I didn't really, that part of my life, there was a gap.
So why was that?
I think I was maybe too cool to do it, where I just felt like, I didn't know. I joined in third year, so I didn't really, if I'd been there from first year, I would have done it, but because I joined in third year, all my friend group, there was no one in the choir, or there was no one who did the school shows and everything, so I sort of gave it a miss for a few years until I left school and I started working, my first job, and I met a girl there who said she was in the Ulster Operatic Company, and she said, "Oh, come along," and I went along to rehearsal, and that was me in the Ulster Operatic for I don't even know how many years. That's how I met you.
Yeah, so I met Carole in the Ulster Operatic, and we did many's a show together.
Yeah.
In your time in the Ulster Operatic, Carole, what was it that you really enjoyed there? Was it the dancing, the acting, or was it always for the love of singing?
It was definitely not the dancing. I am not a dancer. That is just like honestly,
none of us were.
No,
you just
not
had
a
to do
dancer.
it.
And you were thrown in at the deep end, very much so.
Yeah.
But just loved the singing. But I didn't particularly want to be the main part ever. I just loved being in the choir and in the back in the chorus line.
Yeah.
And I just loved the crack. I loved singing, but I loved the people and loved just being part of it.
Yeah, and it was really, really good fun. I'm just thinking back, one of our funniest stories was the story whenever we were in South Pacific, and I always remind Carole of this, and it was Ballyhigh, I think, and we were dressed up in bikini stuff and beachy things. And
things you could wear when you were that age, and
Yeah.
like tummy out on stage, and a halter neck.
Yeah,
It was like,
midriffs on show. And I remember I had wigs on, and I was, doing this beside you on stage. Didn't even know where we were.
Yeah.
I think it was a theatre in Belfast.
Oh, it was the Arts Theatre.
The Arts
Theatre. That's where we did our shows.
Oh my,
and it's no
away.
longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in the Arts Theatre, and we were doing the old
Ballyhigh,
the sea move, and you looked at me and you went, "Heather, you still got your bra on."
Yeah.
And when I looked down, I had this lovely halter neck, and all you saw was two big straps.
Yeah. I know.
And
That's the funniest.
Oh,
honestly.
we laughed. It was really good. Great crack. Those were great times.
Yeah,
but
good days.
the Ulster Operatic for both of us then faded out as we got married.
Yeah,
I think
I met my husband, and then got married and had kids, and yeah.
And your singing stopped then again.
Singing stopped then. Yeah, always still loved music, and always wanted to be in a choir. But I literally had two daughters then, and work, and just life gets in the way. So yeah, and we were obviously still in contract regularly.
Yeah.
And I always remember you saying to me, I want to start a choir. I want to start a choir. And my answer always was, tell me when and I'll be there.
Yeah.
And no matter where it was, what it was, I was going to be there. So,
And you did come?
Yeah.
And you drive the whole way from Lisburn to Portadown every week?
I know.
Like my
week.
good
I
self.
remember,
But
first night, turning up in the first night. Yeah.
with your mother-in-law?
With my mother-in-law, yeah. Brought her along for moral support.
And there was only 10 of us.
Yeah. But honestly, it was just, yeah.
It was a right
It
fit
was just,
for you,
yeah.
and you enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. So, what is your favourite part of being in a choir? Is it the music? Is it the friendships that you make? Is it the actual performance? Or for you, is it something else?
Oh, I think it's mainly the music and the people. So I remember like the first weeks that like the 10 people, and actually Maria and Michelle had alluded to it last week when you did Annie, the song will come out tomorrow. Like it brought up such emotion in me to be able to sing with people again and be in a choir, and it released something in me, and I just loved it. I love the feeling, and I love the feeling of coming and singing with everybody every week. But even the pieces, when we're given the pieces, practicing the pieces, like I love practicing them.
I know you're the one. You're one of
such a
the
geek.
loads of girls that put it on your car and
in
listen
the
to it
car
on
and
the way to
listen to it
work.
and just sing it, and I love learning them. It honestly improves my brain power, I think.
Yeah.
It really does, because it's just, you learn the words when you listen to it in the car. You're learning the words, but you're learning your second sop line.
Yeah.
I remember saying to you, "Oh, I could never be. I'm a soprano because I couldn't do the other lines." And then you were like, "I need somebody in the second sops. Get in there." And I was like, "Oh, I'll never be able to do this." But it's and again, do you know what it does? It helps with confidence.
Absolutely.
Helps your confidence being in a choir and sort of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone a wee bit.
Yeah.
For me, doing the second sop thing.
The second sop thing is the middle of the sandwich. That is, you've got
Yeah.
the harmony lines on either side of you to deal with,
Yeah.
so that's hard, and it's hard. It's a hard line to learn,
Yeah, well,
but you've stuck it out. So
I know, I love it.
yeah. Well, thank goodness for that. So we've been asking the other girls, do they have a choir blooper story or something funny that's happened in a choir, whether it's been a performance or just in rehearsals, or so? Do you have a go-to choir blooper story that you remember that maybe I don't remember?
One that stands out is, I think it was near the start of a year. We just started practicing in the rugby club. We had been in R8 and then we just started in the rugby club, and I think it was like our third night in the rugby club. We were all singing and the door opened and a fireman came in, like literally in his uniform. We were all a group of ladies and this fireman walks in. And we looked and he said, "Oh, you're going to have to get out." We actually thought it was a wind up.
Yeah.
And he said, no, seriously, you're going to have to leave. And we're like, "Why?" And he said, "There's been a gas leak or something." But I don't think he even told us that
No,
at the time. He
we
just said,
didn't
"You need
know.
to
He
leave."
just
And we
went,
were like,
"Get
"What?" He
out
said, "Get out now." And we were all like, "Oh, can we bring our bags?" And everyone was panicking. But we went out, we stood in the car park for ages, and he kept saying, "Could you move away from the building?" And we were like, "God, what is going on?" So we ended up in Asda Cafe. But again, chatting, the people that I got talking to in the cafe that I'd never spoken to before in the choir, again, you meet more people, and it was just, no one went home. No one wanted to go home. I actually couldn't get my car out of the car park, so I couldn't get home because the car was stuck in the car park. They wouldn't allow anybody back. But there were girls who lived in Portadown, could have walked and could have, got a lift or whatever. But everybody wanted to stay and chat in Asda Cafe.
Yeah.
So that's a real memory for me.
I think the fact that we didn't take it so seriously, and the next thing, we were all shifted and shouted at and told, "You need to walk as far away from the rugby club as possible." And it turned out that it was a gas link from the garage.
Yeah.
Who would have known?
I know.
So every week we do some quick fire questions, Carole. So yours are slightly different than the ones before.
Right.
So let's see how you get on with these. So the first one is city lights or starry skies?
Oh, starry skies.
A book or a podcast?
A book. Sorry, podcast.
Camping or glamping?
Oh, I never camp. Like literally, if you see
That
me,
is so
get
you.
me in a
You're such a
tent. Oh,
glamper.
you will never get me in a tent. I actually was speaking this week about that. No, to somebody, I was like, no, never
Definitely
camping.
not.
No.
Travel back in time or travel into the future?
Oh, back in time.
Oh, would you?
I'm an old girl at heart. Like I just love everything old.
Yeah. So where would you go back to?
Do you know? I would literally go back to Victorian times, I think.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I love all that.
I didn't
Yeah,
know that about you.
I love a period drama.
Okay. Super serious choir or a choir that's a bit goofy?
Oh, goofy. Yeah, no, not super serious. No, no way.
And only because of the colour of your hair, which Spice Girl would you be and why?
I know. Well, the obvious choice would be Jerry, but that's not my personality. I don't feel like I'm a Jerry. I don't know. I don't know.
I know who you are, and Patricia Emma knows who you are. And
are you going to say Posh Spice? No.
No. Would you have gone posh? Oh, you would? No.
What? Oh, who? Not scary.
No.
No. Well,
I would have gone Baby
else?
Spice for you.
Oh, baby. Oh, right. Okay.
Gentle, quiet.
Right.
A thinker.
Yeah.
To me, that's
actually,
more you.
I forgot about her.
Yeah, I think that's...
Emma Bumpton, yeah.
Well, we'll let you be whoever. Okay, so in the future, what do you think keeps people coming back to choir, even if their lives are very busy and can be quite stressful? What is it about the choir that keeps the ladies coming back?
I think it is the release, the let go. For me, and I do think this is the same for a lot of people. If your daily life, you have a job, you have kids, you have whatever, you come to choir and you forget all that. You literally walk in the door, and I can have had the worst day ever. And as soon as I come into choir and all the ladies are there and you start singing, it's forgotten. It's totally forgotten. Mm-hmm. So I think that feeling, you remember that feeling, and when you think, oh, I can't be bothered to go, or I don't want to go, or whatever, you get there, and that's what makes you come back. It's that feeling.
Yeah.
It's the feeling of belonging, or just, I don't know, and it's just good fun. There's never a moment, never a night that we don't laugh. Like, and a lot of laughs. Yeah, a lot of laughs every night. There really is. So, I mean, that's good for you. It's good for the soul.
Absolutely. And yeah, I think no matter how busy your lives are, and it can be very easy just to say, oh, I'm not going tonight, I'm just going to stay in, or I've got the cold and I'm not going to bother going.
Or it's raining outside.
Yeah, but there's just something in you that says, right, come on, you've got to go out and live your life and have a bit of fun, and singing's certainly the way to do it.
And you never regret it. Never regret it.
No. Has there ever been a piece of music that you've performed with the choir that you think has changed your outlook on things, a piece of music that's really got into your soul, that really has made you think about things or alter things in your life?
Well, for me, I mean, it's the Six song, the song that I did at the concert. So that, to me, so I always, even though I grew up loving music and, being in shows and whatever, I was never like, I'm not a very confident, like outwardly, really overly confident person. So, and at this age as well, you just lose confidence. So at this age that I am now, when you'd said about doing, there were 6 of us, obviously, 6, doing Anne Boleyn, I was like, oh, can I do this? And then I thought, I know that I wouldn't have years ago, but I'm just going to push myself out of the comfort zone and do it. And I did it. And I love the song, but I loved learning the dance routine as well, which is not me. I'm not a dancer at all, but I loved the whole. It changed me. It gave me like a confidence in myself that I think I'd lost a wee bit or something. I don't know. That sort of made me, I'd lost that, and I got it back.
So how did you get it back? You had to dig deep to be with the other girls, hear their vocals, then it was coming to your vocal.
Yeah, and not compare myself either. Yeah. You don't compare yourself, and I didn't feel any pressure that anybody was judging me either, which was lovely. But just sort of, put myself out there, and the feeling that you get from doing it, the feeling afterwards, it was amazing.
Well, you all jumping around the back of that stage, I can remember. Did you not have a wee drinky from Emma before you went on? Maybe there was a wee help along the way there.
Maybe had a few shots to calm nerves,
Of vitamin C, you mean? Yeah. I remember just looking at the photographs of you all behind the scenes, and even just the camaraderie between you all and the excitement. And I think that is the important side of singing with the choir, but maybe pulling some people out every so often to sing by themselves. For that simple reason. It's about getting out of your comfort zone. It's a bit like podcasting.
Yeah.
It's like it's getting out of your comfort zone and doing something a little bit different. But that's all the questions I have for you, Carole. So it seems quite quick. So I'm hoping producer Emma is happy enough with the time on that. But we thank you very much for having you. And
Pleasure.
thank you for sticking
Happy
just
to
saying
be
out.
here.
You've been here from day one.
Day one.
And you continue to sing and support us, which is fantastic.
Wheeling me out.
And thank you for all your work as well on the committee and all that you do with the
secretary
printing
duties,
yes,
minute taker.
Yes, you're very good at it. We appreciate it.
No.
So anyway, I haven't a clue who we've got on next week, but do stay tuned and please come back to hear who we've got on here, just how Just Sing affects their lives. See you later.